Video production is not fun. Despite what you might think in my videos or other people's videos and behind the scenes videos, it might look like it's a whole lot of fun. It's just a blast, people are laughing, joking around all the time. But actual video production, filmmaking is hardly ever fun. It might be fun after the fact because you get cool stories or you get to make a cool video about it. But most of the time, it kind of sucks. And the thing about working in this field, if you actually love doing it, you still find joy in the fact that it sucks. And that might be kind of hard to wrap your mind around, but let me explain it to you this way. A lot of people, whether they're in high school or college, they go off and they get a film degree or they want to study film and media and video production and all those things because it looks cool. You get to shoot stuff from helicopters and you get to work on movies and you get to work on TV shows and it's so much fun, right? But the day-to-day, the actual doing the job, whether it's editing, whether it's shooting, whether it's carrying gear through an airport, it hardly ever is fun. Most of the time, it's tiring, it's exhausting, it's long hours, it's listening to people who you don't always want to listen to, it's working in sub-zero degree weather, it's working in over 100 degree weather. It's grueling, and it can be very, very frustrating. Tensions can get really high, people can get angry, they can get upset, and you're constantly bombarded with having to work really, really fast in really, really tiring conditions, but still creating amazing products and creating amazing videos in the end. And if you're not ready for that, if you think it's just going to be a lot of just like sitting around, like having fun, joking, oh, cool camera, it's not like that. If you think that's what it's going to be like, I'll guarantee you, you're not going to learn the things that you need to learn, and you're not going to be able to handle it when it does get hard. And it gets hard very, very fast. Problems come up all the time. You can be as prepared as you could be the most prepared person, and something will come up. The weather will be bad, the location will be lost, someone will be late, gear doesn't arrive. So many problems that are really stressful because it's kind of do or die situations, you know? It's not like you can just like come back a week later and reschedule the thing. No, that costs a lot of money. So it's like you got to make it work. And if you can't work in those high stress environments, you're going to quickly find out. And so the thing is, when you see these videos online, and this applies to photography too, but more so for video because I think it's a little bit bigger in terms of the crew sizes frequently, especially for the type of projects it can be. You see online that it looks like people are having a lot of fun, they're joking around, they're casual, and yes, that is a part of it because that's a nice way to offset all the high stress moments that are there. You know, having a beer at the end of the day is really nice to just kind of kick back and relax. But that was probably a really long day, working more hours than you ever would at any other job in conditions that you probably wouldn't work in many other jobs either. And yes, at the end, you're creating art and it's something you love and that you care about. But when you think about the day-to-day, very rarely is it fun. It's usually stressful. It's exhausting. It's tiring, it's long hours, it's everything that you can think of like not being ideal about a job. That's video production. It's dirty, it's messy, it's a whole bag full of crap and a little bit of sprinkling of good stuff on top. And if you love it, if you care about it and you're passionate about it, there is joy and there is energy in there, there's excitement in that. But the fun part is like a teeny tiny little bit of it. I'll share a story with you. There was a shoot that I did years back, and I got a pretty cool photo out of it. It's me shooting on a red Scarlet from a helicopter over New York City. I love the photo. It's cool because it's one of those moments that's like, that was fun. But I'll tell you, that shoot, the portion that was from, that was even part of the shoot. That was something we did just to capture some aerial footage of New York City. The actual shoot was nonstop from, I think, 6 in the morning to probably like midnight or 1 the next day, all day long, running all over the city, trying to find parking, trying to get gear in. Like if you've shot in New York, it's some coordination that needs to happen and take place, and things weren't where they were supposed to be. We had to help set up there was a party going on that we had to start setting up for that, even though we were trying to get the camera gear prepped, and it was go, 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 and then a shoot was thrown in, and like this off-site thing was thrown in last minute that we had to go do, and it was just crazy. And no part of that day was fun other than after the fact, being able to tell the story and look back on it and have good memories. But other than that photo where I'm in the helicopter and it looks, oh, that looks so cool. But it's a pretty big trade-off. You know, the scales aren't evenly balanced in that situation. And oftentimes there aren't situations like that. Now, that's not to say every shoot isn't fun. I have fun on almost every shoot, but it's not the traditional sense of fun of goofing around, joking around. It's finding joy in being a professional and understanding the craft and knowing what we're doing and solving problems. I find problem solving fun, but a lot of people don't. And, you know, even in those high stress environments, being able to pull it off and get something done, that is rewarding. But don't ever think that it's just going to be fun and cool. Even though it kind of is, it almost 90% of the time isn't what you would expect.